he went up to a fig tree, and we've heard this many times, and I know you have too, but he cursed that fig tree. When we say cursed, he spoke to it. He said, "No man." Now this is kind of an odd situation. Here's somebody talking to an actual tree. Now, if we seen that today, you'd say that person's. You wasn't careful, you would, wouldn't you? I know that's a good person, but I tell you what, now he's drawing the line here, going up and looking right at a tree. He just says, "No man will eat fruit of you hereafter forever." Now, that's pretty odd, I have to say. Amen? But when Jesus said that, he believed what he said. He wasn't one of those people that just said, "Well, just say it. Just say it now." Well, why didn't he just say, "Well, this tree is loaded with figs"? Wouldn't it be just as easy to say that? Why didn't he just say that? "Well, this tree is loaded with figs." Why did he have to curse it? Why did he say that and the thing died? He said, "No man's going to eat fruit of you hereafter forever." Bam. Lights went out. Flip the switch on the tree. No more life. Period. And when he did that, he left. He didn't walk a few steps and look back to see, is it still green? He didn't walk a few more steps to get almost out of sight and look back. "Boys, is it still green?" Look, he never looked back. He went on. He went to the next town, and when he come back in that morning, he was passing by. I don't even think he looked over to see. But Peter did, and he looked over there and he saw it. He said, "Master, look, the tree." See, and they heard him. And the Bible says, and they heard him when he said that. They looked over at him and said, "Look, the tree that you cursed, it's dead." That quick. Now, how many's ever seen a tree planted in the dirt, in the ground, that's died overnight from the roots up, that you could tell? It won't happen. You can cut a tree down, it'll still be green the next morning, won't it? It'll be wilted, but it'll be green. This one was dead. You could see it from the roots up. Dead. Still planted in the ground. But they saw it. And here's the greatest, one of the greatest things that Jesus taught among, well, many, but this is one of the greatest things that pertains to us that he taught. When those boys saw that, he told them, and he says, he took that, it says, "Now, I'm going to tell you something." He says, the King James Bible says, "Have faith in God." But the very literal translation says, "Have the faith of God." Now, there's a difference. Yeah, we have faith in God, but it's another thing to have the faith of God. What is that kind of faith? Speak. Speak faith-filled words to something. That's what Jesus was talking about. That's what he was trying to relate. So, see, people have got to the place that said, "Oh, I've got faith in God, that God could do anything." Oh, yeah. It ain't hard to believe that, because that puts nothing on you. That puts nothing, then you're not responsible for anything. Somebody could say, "Oh, yeah, God, He could do anything." Well, of course He could. But that wasn't what Jesus was relating. Jesus was saying, have the faith of God. In other words, that's what I'm operating in. The faith of God. But somebody says, "Well, that's Jesus." That's Jesus. Yeah, I could say that too, but that's not what he's relating either. If that's what he was saying, well, that's the Son of God. He could do anything. Well, then that still leaves me out there. Then that has nothing to do with me. Jesus speaking to a tree and hit dying, and he says, have the faith of God. He says, that was me. I have the faith of God. See what I done? Well, that don't have nothing to do with me then, right? But that wasn't what he said. He said, have the faith of God. For verily, he said, I say unto thee. Let me turn over here and let's read it. Because, listen, this is for you and me today. This is to get you on a road to where you can believe God and see results just like Jesus did. He said, now, verily I say unto you, Mark 11:23,